Kirsty Norris, and I'm doing the Treat Me Statement Gel Manicure for the Train the Trainer course. Okay, so we're going to start off by putting gloves on, making sure our hands are protected. And then we're going to use our hand sanitising spray just to give the client's hands a good clean. Working that product in as well. So we're then going to do a nail polish removal. So there's just little bits left on there. So we're going to use the Wipe and Erase Acetone Free Nail Polish Remover on a lint-free wipe. And I'm just going to give all of the nails a little wipe, make sure they're all clean and free from any previous nail polish. At the start of the treatment, if you get your client to choose what colour they would like. So today I'm going to do one nail French and then show a gel removal. And then at the end, my client has chosen the raspberry ripple gel. And once the nails are free from any polish, we're just going to do a little nail analysis. We're just going to stroke over the nail and then do a little pinch test on the end of every nail. Just have a look for any ridges and see the strength of their natural nail. You want a little bit of a bend in there for a healthy nail. And then from here, when you do your manicures, you can choose what base coat will be appropriate to use. So if you need to use a strengthener one or one to prevent peeling. And then we do check this with the gels as well, because you can put just a square of any base coat in the middle of all of the nails to give them an extra bit of a treatment, leaving the edges of the nails clear for the base coat to stick to. Did you want to stick with this type nail shape? Just have a tidy?
Yeah, just a tidy, please.
Okay. So always check with the client what sort of nail shape they would like. Then we want to use our Neat and Tidy nail file, which comes in a flat file or a cushioned file. And then we just want to file the nails one stroke at a time. Don't want to be doing any seesawing. And then once you've finished filing, just double check you're happy with them all. Ask the client if they're happy with the nail shape.
Yeah, lovely, thank you.
Lovely. Okay, then we're going to have the bowl of water, and then we're going to get our cleansing condition hand cleanser. Pop some bits in there. And then if you just pop all of your nails in there for me, and then we're just keeping them in there just for a minute. And that's just to give the nails a quick clean. Soften the cuticles slightly, but we don't want to be putting any cuticle oils and creams on there to do the cuticle work, because otherwise the gel won't stick very well. Okay, so we'll take that out, pop them on there for me, and we'll just do a quick dry. Right, we're then going to get our cuticle attachment on the end there. And a number one, and then fold like a pen, and then we're just going to do up the sides 3 times, and then a nice little circular motion at the end just to push that cuticle back off of the nail plate. Don't need to put too much pressure on with this as well. The tool itself does all the work. And where it's a plastic tool end, it's not going to damage the nail, it's not going to scratch the nail. It's just gentle enough to do the job without any damage. I'm going to spritz the end of the tool and then pop it to the side, ready to go in the steriliser. And we're going to put on our little brush head adjustment. Again on a number 1. And we're just really gently smoothing over that cuticle area, just under the nail if you need to. And that's just getting any frilly bits up, ready to nip if you need to nip any excess cuticle away. Okay, and again, we're going to remove that head and then sanitize the tool and pop it aside, just ready to go in the steriliser. Right, just double check all of the cuticles. And then only nip the ones that there are a little bit extra stiffen up. Okay, and then I'm going to use a gel prep cushion just to buff over the nail. And just double checking underneath each nail there's no free bits left under there. But you've got a nice, clean, smooth nail, tidy cuticles, ready for the gel application. Okay, so just checking that you're happy with everything before you're going to gel. Make sure the area's clean and tidy. And then we are going to put our gel lamp on. So you want to make sure the metal plate is in the bottom now, and then you can just tell the clients where exactly you want them to put their hands. If you feel there's two little grooves there, really that's for like your little finger and your thumb. Just make sure you go over that area. Always set the timer to 40 seconds. And then if you pop your first hand up there for me. So we're going to go on with our primed and ready gel primer. And then this one, just brush over all of the nails. And again with the other hand. And then this is just going to make sure they're all primed. Any oils off the nail are gone. I'm just going to slightly dehydrate them, ready for the base coat to sit. And if you pop that one back up the top for me. So I'm then going to use the Care and Protect base coat. Making sure you get a really good coverage of the whole nail without touching the sides of the nails, and always covering the free edge as well. If you pop that one in for me. Okay, if you bring that hand up. If you feel you need to get the client to just move their hands slightly, just ask them, or if it's just twisting of the nail slightly, you can do that, just so you can get a really good look at what you're doing, getting that product all over. And then if you have got any on the skin, you can just give a little wipe over to remove that. Okay, pop that one in for me. Okay, so then for this now here, I'm gonna go on with the Hopeful Blush, which is a really nice light pink for the French application. Again, coming over everywhere that you put your base coat. Doing this one right to the end. And then with using the Build and Sculpt brush and having a lint-free wipe, I'm just gonna remove the gel that's along the free edge before I put it into Cure. And then this is gonna make a perfect line ready for the French wipe. And then you're not gonna get extra thick ends on the nails, they'll be nice and level. Okay, if you pop that one in for me. Then on this hand where I've done the base coat, we're then going to go on with our Strengthen and Shield Builder Gel. And with this one, we're just going to do a nice thin coat across all of the nails, just for a little bit of added strength. You don't need to do this on every client, but if you know your clients' gel doesn't last very long, or their nails are quite weak, or they're quite flexible, this is the perfect solution. So just a nice thin layer of this along every nail. This product is thicker than the other gels, so just be mindful with how much you're putting on the nail. You don't want to flood the cuticles or have too much of this product on all of the nails. Okay, and then before you put it in, just double check the first one you've done. That's fine, so pop that one in for me. So with the builder gels, it is a self-leveling gel, and it can, if you're take too long to get from one side to the other, it can start to shift. So always double check it, or if you're a bit of a slower painter, you can do 2 nails, cure them, then do the other 2, cure them, and then do the thumb separately. And then now we're going to do our French white tip. So with this one, you can use the side of the brush to go along in the groove where we've already taken out the tip. Or if you struggle with these type brushes, you can use a fine liner brush as well. So we've got a nice one there to use if need be. And again, we don't want to do this product too thick. I'm just going to use that one just to go into the corners. ensuring you've got that perfect white line. And if you want to pop that one in for me. Then you're going to go on with the first coat of colour for this hand. And at this stage, before you do all of the nails with the colour, once you've done the first nail, just double check with the client that they're happy with the nail colour, because if they change their mind, you can easily wipe this off where you haven't cured it in the lamp, and then you can get them another colour. How's that for you? Yeah, happy with that one? Okay. And when you're putting your colour, you do want to do 2 coats. Sometimes on the second coat, if you think it still looks a little bit wishy-washy, and you might want to do a 3rd coat, you can. You want to start in the centre of the nail, go down the sides. And then just push that product up near the cuticles, but not touching the cuticles. And then just cupping along that free edge. Put that one in for me. And then we're just going to finish the French with the strengthening, with the seal and shine non-white top coat. And this is just going to seal it all in, keep it nice and shiny, and keep the gels lasting. And where this one's a no white top coat, you don't need to wipe it after. Once it's cured, it's done. Again, sealed in that free edge. And then pop that one in for me. And then with this hand, we're going to do our second coat of colour. It's a really nice sparkly one. now for me.
Oops, sorry.
Right, so then that's the French done. So if you could show the camera. So we'll just there, you've got a nice white line there. And now we're going to remove it. So to do the removal, you want the Neat and Tidy Statement Gel Remover Buffer, so really nice coarse nail file. We're just going to file over the top, getting rid of the shine on the nail. It's important to do this step as well, because then it makes the gel come off a lot easier without having that shine on the surface. Okay, so now the shine's taken off of that. We're going to get one of our foil wraps with the cotton wool on, or you can use normal cotton wool and tin foil. And then we're going to use our Off and Away gel remover and just soak the end of that cotton wool in it. I'm going to wrap the nail up. Just a little twist and tuck it on at the end just so that stays in place. That been okay?
That's fine.
And then we want to leave that on for 10 minutes. So if you have a look at what the time is, just so you know what 10 minutes is. Lovely. Now if you take the other hand out for me, I'm going to do the top coat on that one. And just applying top coat on every nail and then sealing that free edge. Okay, put that one in there for me. And can you bring that one up? that in for me. The foil is fine to go in, the lamp is down. And then that hand is all done. I'm trying to show you the camera. Lovely. And then we'll just leave that one to one side while we finish with the other one. And then always check your gel bottles when you're finished with them if you need to give them a little wipe. And we're going to do our Strengthening Shield Pink Builder Gel. Okay, got that hand ready for me. Put that one back there. Okay, put that hand in. And then with these statement gel polishes, they have yuzu, bakuri oil and vitamin E in as well, so they're quite nice nourishing gels. Okay, put that one back up here for me. And I'll just have a look at this now, as it has been 10 minutes. So we're just going to pinch. And then with an orange wood stick, just going to go over the top of this gel. It's going to move a bit longer. If you need to, you can file over again with the nail file. Right then, I'm just going to wrap that up again just to get the last little bit of the gel off. Got that one in for me. Put this in the back. We're going to go on bark, top coat. just going back over with the orange wood stick to remove the gel. And it's flaking off much better this time. It just needed a few extra minutes. And then that's all the gel off. I'll then go back over with the gel prep cushion just to sort of buff that nail. And you can finish a removal by either putting some cuticle oil around, or you can put one of the treatment base coats on. And I'm going to do this nail to match the rest. I've got that in for you. And then something to be mindful of when you do use the builder gel, when you're going to remove it, it does take longer to remove. So you may have to do 2 types of removal like I've just done, or just leave it on for 15 minutes instead of 10. Okay, and pop that on back in. then once that one's cured, all of the gels are cured, and we're then going to go on with our Nourish and Nurture Cuticle Oil. These ones are really good for recommending as a retail product at the end of the treatment as well. And then in this one we have our lemon oil, our vitamin E and vitamin F, and our sweet almond oil. Okay, give me a hand for me. Okay, so that's all the gels cured. And then we're just going to put a little bit of a drip droplet on all of the cuticles. And then this one, especially if your plants have got dry hands or like the winter months, you can put a little bit on the back of the hands as well. We're then going to pop on our Care and Caress hand serum to the back of both of the hands. So this one's really good for extra dry hands in the winter, just to give the hands a little bit more of a TLC than just the hand cream. And that one's got our sweet almond oil, vitamin C and E, and hyaluronic acid, which is very hydrating. And we're going to do our soft and supple hand cream. And both hands. And we'll do a nice little massage round to the wrist with that product. And repeat on the other hand. And just this just finish the treatment off nicely. And then this one, it's a nice thick cream. So this one has our shea butter in, coconut oil and sweet almond oil. So super hydrating, nourishing and smoothing. There we are. You want to show your nails to the camera. And then at the end of the treatment, you can recommend the cuticle oil, the hand serum, aftercare advice. So you don't want to be using your nails as tools, don't want to be picking the nails. When your gels are ready to come off, come and get them soaked off. They'll normally last around 2 weeks, but they may vary depending on what you're doing with them. Wear gloves when gardening or washing up, using chemicals, things like that, and avoid saunas, steam rooms and swimming pools for the next 24 hours. Okay, I think that's the end of that.